now!
PSVR2.
Out your mouth!
I'm going to, okay?
Unfortunately for you, however, you are maidenless.
I don't know how I'm going to keep this up. The day I was supposed to have a day off, I'm supposed to be catching up with Zelda Breath of the Wild. Tears of the Kingdom looks really cool, so I decided to play Breath of the Wild and actually finish it. It's taken a while, the game is a lot bigger than I thought, and it's actually a lot more fun than I thought. I just wish it wasn't locked to a shitty console. And on the other side I'm playing Atomic Heart, and I do suggest you guys try Atomic Heart out. But I can't have a day off, because fanboys will always be fanboys, and I have a chance to make a video. So I'm going to make a video on these clowns. And it's not just PlayStation fanboys this time. This time we've got some Elden Ring salt. Again, a year after the game's been out. It just shows how popular it is, considering that people are still talking about it. The Twitch viewers alone, and the amount of players still playing the game on Steam, goes to show that this game is still popular. It's crazy. The game is absolutely fantastic, well worth playing, even if it's a first From Software game. Also got some salt from the ponies about PlayStation VR2, so just keep around for that one. But you can't have a great game like Elden Ring without some negativity. What negativity is that? Well, the clowns for the longest time been talking about all From Software games that they should have an easy mode, or be made more accessible with an easy mode. I'm going to give you a quick lore dump onto how I got into From Software's games. So in 2015, I go through the PlayStation store, because I had a PlayStation 4 only at the time, and I find Bloodborne. I didn't know what the hell the game was, but the trailer looked really cool, the aesthetic was cool, so I thought, let's give it a go. At the time I was coming off The Witcher 3, and I thought nothing could top The Witcher 3. And then I played Bloodborne for the first time, and after a lot of grinding, and a lot of dying to Father Gascoigne, I finally got to the end, and I wondered to myself, what the fuck did I just play? I had no idea what was going on. I just kept playing and killing beasties until I got to the end of the game. But the game intrigued me, not just because it was difficult, because I just didn't know what the hell was going on. So I did what any normal person would do, go to YouTube, type in Bloodborne, and see what I can find. Only to find that it's a part of a game series, kind of, by Hidetaka Miyazaki and From Software, where they made Demon Souls, Dark Souls 1, 2, eventually 3 would come out, then Sekiro would come out, so on and so forth, until now we get to Elden Ring. And you know what? They've ruined gaming, because nothing can top these games for me. The only thing they can do better as a studio is scrap the engine they currently use, because it's actually tragic. The PC ports are awful, but that aside, the games are fantastic, and we really still do need Bloodborne on PC. So let's go and have a look at the first clown that I came across on Twitter the other day.
I speak for all Elden Ring fans when I say that accessibility is more important than artistic vision. By refusing to add an easy difficulty mode, From Software PR is discriminating against disabled minorities. FTC should force them to add an easy mode to reduce inequality in games.
Video games should be more accessible. Dark Souls needs an easy mode. No, it doesn't. Get good.
So this clown thinks he's speaking for all Elden Ring fans. Well, he's absolutely wrong. I'm a huge Elden Ring fan, and I do not want an easy mode in these games, because it will ruin the experience, and PvP won't work properly. So by this definition, you'd ask From Software to add an easy mode at the detriment of the PvP aspect of the game, which keeps the game alive for a long time. So he's definitely not speaking on my behalf, me being a huge Elden Ring fan, and me also being disabled. But my motor functions are fine. I can hold the controller, I can use a mouse and keyboard, and play the games just fine. Just Crohn's disease and the surgeon took away my ass, so I can't take a dump like a normal person anymore. Nor can I use a dildo. But I made peace with that a couple of years back, and you're not speaking for any of the disabled minorities neither. There are people that have finished this game and all of other From Software's games by using really obscure controllers and methods. There's people that's finished it with a fucking dance pad, for Christ's sake. I can't imagine doing that. I'm not the best Souls player around, by far. I actually suck at these games at the most part, but I do like playing them. I think the challenge is really good, and that's what makes these games special. The challenge, plus the lore, and plus the art style and scenery that the games provide. It's what attracts most players to the game. The game being difficult is just a cherry on the cake. because without a challenge, all the game's doing is holding your hand, like most of Ubisoft's games. And accessibility is a totally different meaning to the difficulty modes of the game. Difficulty is difficulty, accessibility is accessibility. How much more plain and simple do I have to put it? Accessibility features include stuff like colorblind mode, better controller options, things that aid people with hearing difficulties, those kind of things. There's a separate options menu in most games these days for accessibility. The difficulty option comes at the beginning of the game and is a totally separate thing. So mixing the two things together isn't working. I understand what you're trying to say here, but it's not the same thing. Some games, especially PlayStation games these days, have done amazing with accessibility options. Lots of options there for people with different disabilities, and I think that's a step in the right direction. And From Software really needs to actually implement a lot of these, because their accessibility options aren't very good. But that doesn't take away from the difficulty aspect of the game. Difficulty is still a separate thing to accessibility.
This is not a skill issue. It's a discrimination issue as From Software bigots.
Fucking hell. Bigots. Wow. This is really special. How the hell are From Software bigots? By discriminating against disabled people. Woo, that's brand new.
Not an April Fool's joke. I beat the game. If this isn't playable for everyone, then it shouldn't be playable for no one.
This really is a special type of person. Not every game, or everything even, in life is for everyone. You can say the same about any product.
Maybe all people who complain about the Elden Ring difficulty just play it on PC. It's really slow and will probably help.
What? I can't read this without being serious. Jesus Christ. What kind of big brain argument is this?
It's really slow and will probably help so many people who can't play difficulty modes feel like they are good too. I attempted to play it on the Steam Deck and it was so bad I said I am good at this and immediately returned it because it was really slow and bad. So problem solved.
Check out the big brain on Brad. You're a smart motherfucker, that's right.
Fuck. Oh wow. Jesus, my head hurts. This is the worst comment I've ever seen on all of Twitter, I think. My brain is broken. Saying that it's really slow on the Steam Deck is stupid. Okay, it's probably got a bad frame rate, about 30 FPS I think most people get on the Steam Deck. But saying in PC in general, no, I get a consistent 60 FPS. Sometimes it drops in some areas, but like I've said before, From Software don't make good PC ports, and even the new ray tracing mode, it still sucks. But it doesn't take away from the game being actually brilliant. It is still playable at 30 FPS, just not recommended. I have seen people play it on the Steam Deck and having no problems, so God knows what this guy is going on about. This man here, Stone the Crows, shares that he's got a massive appreciation for Project Leonardo and the Xbox Adaptive Controller. And he shares a little bit more about his name, and he has cerebral palsy, and he plays video games. And this is what he did in Elden Ring. What this man managed to pull off in Elden Ring is absolutely amazing. I struggled like hell with Melania. I had a mimic tear and all sorts of crap trying to beat that woman. But it just goes to show, in the little video clip there, he had his own summon, And that's kind of a built-in easy mode into the game. You've got to search for these things around the whole world. It rewards you for exploring. And he manages to beat it using his mouth on one hand. I struggled with both hands working properly. So this guy's argument on the game needing easy mode is just dumb. All he wants is what the Sony exclusives give you these days. It's a hand-holding experience. Right, so now I'm going to move away from the Elden Ring stuff and move on to PSVR2, which should have been the main feature of this video. But for some reason I went on a massive tangent about Elden Ring.
Yeah, Emmanuel, tell those PC massive waste gamer words. Hands off my PSVR2.
Now when this pops up in my timeline, I have to do a little bit of research to see what the hell's going on. This only screams to me that someone has suggested it'd be a good idea for PSVR2 to work on a PC, and why not? PlayStation are missing out on a huge market there. If it was plug and play into the PC, it would make complete sense, and to be able to play all of the PC VR games on that headset, then you're going to sell a lot of headsets. But let's go and check out what this was all about.
I've got a PlayStation VR2. Had to save it once more, you know, because man, this thing needs saving. So now it's you know, just move it to PC, as in make the PlayStation VR2 compatible with PC.
I mean, it won't be difficult to make it compatible with a PC. And the guy says the PSVR2 on PC is such a poorly thought suggestion. I'm surprised that otherwise intelligent people haven't run this idea through its paces. TLDR, it's an awful idea. Don't suggest it again. But this man already is showing that he's salty about the idea of PSVR2 being on PC. Why? It's a screen and a couple of controllers. Literally, that's all it is. The headset has 2 monitors in it. I think that's how it works. And it has 2 controllers. If it was plug and play with a PC, like I said, it would have a huge marketplace on the PC platform. But let's carry on and see what this clown says.
And again, at the surface of it, it sounds almost intelligent until you think about it for like longer than 180 characters. Because think about it, if you moved PlayStation VR2 to PC or just made it compatible, what would you play on it? Honestly, what would you play on it? Because PlayStation VR2 is a brand new control scheme, so just because you made it compatible with PC, which would be troublesome on its own, but even if you did that, there will be no games for it.
So let's just go onto my Steam here and have a look at VR titles. Okay, so there's a bunch of shit here available for the VR platform that the PSVR could take advantage of pretty easily, and making it compatible is, well, just should be plug and play. I don't see why it's not. The controller scheme, maybe that'll be a problem, I don't know. But if PlayStation could figure that out, making the controller and the headset work perfectly on Steam, there's a huge plethora of games there for people to go and try out on the PC. At least then, if it wasn't blocked to one platform, people might want to buy it. Spending £550 or £600, whatever it costs, for this VR headset is a lot of money to put forth into something that's not necessary these days. People have other more important bills to pay before buying a VR headset. So if they've just got a system and a TV or a monitor to play their games, why would they go out and spend money on a VR headset too? If it works on more than one platform that they already own, like me, myself, I got a PS5 and a PC. If a PSVR headset worked on both platforms, I might think, do you know what, I might dump some money on this, or save some money because I can use it on both platforms and make it worth me actually buying. And at the moment it's one of the cheapest headsets around there that looks pretty decent. So yeah, having this available to play on PC, you'd have loads of games to play. On the PlayStation at the moment, I think you only have about 2 exclusive titles and about 30 other titles they've managed to port over.
And Sony at the moment has what, 1, maybe 2 first-party games? Gran Turismo 7 isn't on PC. So again, what would you play on PC? Because third-party games that are available are not compatible with PlayStation VR2.
Thank God GT7 is on PC. I played that game, and that thing can burn in hell. GT7 is the worst in the franchise. It's an actual terrible game. But making the games compatible, what makes you think they won't just work? Like I said, it's a couple of monitors and some controllers. They would just have to make the controller scheme work. That's probably about it. I don't know how hard that is to do, but the benefit Sony would have by making it work would be fantastic for them as a company.
So who is going to give them the incentive to go in and make that compatibility possible? Sure, big games, maybe like Half-Life Alyx, Valve could decide to just do it on their own. But smaller games, that's a brand new device yet again that they have to create a brand new version for. And you know, PC gamers, they're not going to want to pay brand new again just to play the same game that they already own on the Quest or whatever headset.
You're goddamn right.
No, you're right there. I'm not going to pay again for a game. I don't want to buy Resident Evil 4 Remake. Not until it's on sale anyway. And a massive sale at that. Because I still have the original and I can play that one. The remake looks good, but not £50 good. Same as Dead Space, same as a lot of remakes and remasters. I don't like paying money for games. Not a massive amount anyway. I've done it in the past and regretted it. GT7 being the biggest example.
Just to own a brand new dedicated version for PlayStation VR2, that's not going to happen. So what would you play? And then the second thing is that even if, by some miracle, all of the third-party apps that are already available with PC VR were instantaneously compatible with PlayStation VR2, the third issue is that Sony will not control that store. So they will not be able to curate and control what kind of experiences are available for PlayStation VR2, which means that if you had a bad experience on PC using the PlayStation VR2, you will associate that bad experience with the PlayStation brand.
I think The Last of Us PC port is the best example of that one. They did a shitty job of that one. Hiring Iron Galaxy was the worst thing PlayStation thought they could do. By trying to save money by using that incapable company will be a massive detriment to them. Because every time a PC port of a Sony game comes now, everybody's going to be skeptical of buying it. Sony need to prove themselves again. Returnal, fantastic PC port. Spider-Man, fantastic PC port. God of War, phenomenal PC port. Nobody's got their work cut out for them again. Putting the PSVR2 on the PC would actually probably redeem them if they get it to work right. Fantastic. And I also think that Sony not having control of the store is a good thing. But having games on Steam and being able to mess with the files ourselves and mod stuff will make the experience just much better. And no matter what, Sony is still going to make money out of it, so what's the problem?
That kind of control is not something that Sony is likely going to want to just let go of and hope for the best. They're like Apple in this way, so why? Why would you want this? PlayStation VR2 on PC? Bad idea.
Saying they're like Apple in this way, it's not a good look for Sony. But he's right, Sony are quite like Apple. They like to lock their products to their own platform, and it's just stupid. This is why I haven't had an iPhone for quite a while now. Apple products suck, and Sony products, well, they're getting better. By porting over to PC, it's a good thing. They just need to do a better job of it. Not like The Last of Us Part 1. That was a terrible port. But let me know what you guys think of the Elden Ring accessibility / difficulty options. Let me know what you think about PSVR2 working on PC. Do you think it's a good idea like me? I don't see why it wouldn't be a good thing. I love to hear from you guys in the comments. My subscriber count is getting larger. I'm near 600 subscribers now, and I didn't think I'd even get 6. At 1,000 subscribers, I'm thinking of doing something special. I may give away a Steam code or something. Let's see how that pans out. I'll try and figure out a way to do it. Just a way of saying thank you to all you guys for hitting that subscribe button and the like button as well. Well, that'll do it for me today. If you got to this part of the video, thank you very much, and I'll see you guys in the next one.